My car go vroom vroom, vroom, vroom vroom, vroom.
It's okay to be gay, let's rejoice with the boys in the gay ring.
I was trying to record at the same time, but for some reason, my instant replay doesn't have the save option sometimes on there, and it really threw me off and it ended up killing me because I was doing a hard mode krill, but I finally got the garb, which is the last item I was missing, which is great because obviously I'm going to be getting tournament done sharing here in a few days, and which means I'm going to go for tournament magic, and I really needed that garb. I didn't really need it, but obviously I really wanted it. But it took, let's see how many kills that took. It took 186 in hard mode and 926 in regular mode. I guess that's another one out of the way right here. Funny, I was just making some yaks because I was running low on pouches, and I just got the summoning pet. Alright, sweet. So I didn't realize I actually had, I just got level 90, so it doesn't really matter. But level 90 is required for this partial potion producer, which is definitely what a machine that's on top of my priority, since obviously it's going to make potions for me, or at least unfinished potions. And I have all the components for it. I've been disassembling some of my, these seeds right here, since I have like 300,000 of them. And if you don't remember, there was a glitch a few years back where if you did the wishing well plants, you got like hundreds of thousands of them from them. So it's pretty easy to get the living components from them. So I just got 6 from that, and then I'll probably get another 6 or so from here. So yeah, 7. There you go. So they're very easy to get from me. They're very useful as well. So let's go ahead and make that real quick, and then I'm going to stick some potions in there. That way I can have overload's pretty easy to make when I start doing combat. Alright, so let's go ahead and put these in here. I'm quite confident that all these should be enough for okay, perfect. All these should definitely be enough for 200 mil magic. I can't imagine it won't be, so I guess I might as well top off these sieges, even though I already have plenty of time on them, but might as well. But yeah, so even though this update came out over a week ago now, yeah, it's been about 9 days since this came out. I haven't actually said anything about this yet. I tested out the first day, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic. It's a shame that the jellyfish got nerfed a bit from 1,000 to 750 health heal per bite, but I still find them very useful. So for now, I'm actually just doing the sailfish fishing, and I might swap back and forth between the jellyfish and these, or I might just flat out do the swarm fishing, which gives you a full range of them. Because that's the original when I first tested out, because I didn't know there was like a legit like actual spot for sailfish. I literally just saw the first spot and said, hey, does this give sailfish? And I was like, yeah, it does. I'm like, okay, cool. So I tested it out for an hour, and actually it wasn't a bad experience. I think it was like 140k per hour, but it gave a full range of stuff. It was mostly sailfish, but also gave a bunch of blue jellies and rocktails and stuff. It was pretty much all just good fish. It wasn't anything crap, so I wouldn't mind doing it. It actually gave a better cooking to fishing ratio, which is obviously very important for Ironman. So I might end up doing that, but I won't be testing, but I won't make a decision until I test it, which I'll be testing it once I finish off dungeoneering here in a few days. So once that is, I'll test out 4 hours here, I'll test out 4 hours of jellies, I'll test out 4 hours at Swarm, and then I'll just, compare and contrast them and find the absolute best method to do them. So I think I need like 5 more of these, and I have the esteem. Yep, so 5 more of these. I think I've gotten like 2 or 3 in the past week, I think it's been, so I can honestly easily finish off the requirement just off of this. So originally I wasn't going to buy this because I have no clue where to use it, but I guess I'll get it anyways for future use. I guess I don't know where to use it, but it might come in handy someday. So right now I'm pretty much just killing time while I wait for till tomorrow pretty much, because right now I am pretty much the 99 amount of experience left until 200 mil, which I'm going to be doing that pretty much over like a daily record type of deal. So you do the 23 hours and you log out, and then you do another 23 hours pretty much to trick the Crystal Math Labs, for example, into thinking that was done in a day. It's just something cool and fun that I do for all of the skills I do for 200 mil. Like I did it for divination, I did it for thieving. I could have sworn I did 5,555,000 for divination, but according to Crystal Math Labs, it's like 4.6, and I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know why that happened, but whatever. Obviously, it's a little too late to worry about that now. But yeah, so might as well get some things done that I've been wanting to get done anyways, such as getting. I just realized I wasn't paired up. Such as getting the the abilities from this little mini game event thing. I definitely want to get Bladed Dive for the extra, surge ability type of deal thing, since that's obviously going to come in handy. I think I have like 12 million anima now, so, oh, not anima, no, 15 million, okay. So yeah, it pretty much, like, I'm more than halfway, since obviously the first few, like, hour or two is obviously the roughest, because you gotta unlock the higher worlds. Too much dungeoning talk. And then obviously after this is pretty fucking easy to get once you get to the higher worlds. But yeah, then after I'm done unlocking the abilities, if I have time, I probably will, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll start working on getting the fortunate components, or at least I'll get the clue scrolls all stacked up and ready to go. I'll get 25 hard clue scrolls, since in the future I will be doing more clues anyways after I get those fortunate, so might as well just do 25, since the completionist content I want to get done involving clue scrolls is get the full Globetrotter outfit. Originally it was just to get a piece of third age, because I just didn't know what to do. I knew I wanted to do something with clues, I just didn't know what. But yeah, full Globetrotter and the pet, I believe. There's a few other things that you can get from the new store crap, but that's going to be the kind of the plan for the clue scrolls. So yeah, for now, just do the abilities and get some hard clue scrolls while I wait for tomorrow to start doing my daily record. Alright, so I got Bladed Dive all set. Let's go and buy that, and I'll buy these other abilities. Or is it just the one ability? Oh, okay, whatever. I'll buy the other ability whenever I get around to it. For now, I just want to get the Bladed Dive, so that's nice to have out of the way. Alright, you ready for this?
Yeah, hurry up.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
100
Yeah,
million.
yeah, yeah. Alright, well the first thing I want to get done is I want to get all these clues done. That definitely should give me enough fortunate components. How much do I have? I forgot what they look like. I think this is it? Yeah, so I just need 22 of them, and I think 24 should be fine. If not, I do have some like elites and mediums I can honestly do. If worst case scenario, I just go AFK some hellhounds. But yeah, let's go get that done real quick. Alright, there we go. Now I have tier 10 and all of them, 300,000, 300,000, 300,000. So that means I have the Trimwreck all completed and max reputation all gained. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of miss this daily because it's really easy to do, but it's nice to not have to worry about doing this for like 40 minutes a day. But yeah, that's one more wreck completed towards trim. So I decided to do some Slayer, get myself up to 300 tasks completed, because I totally forgot I get Slayer dailies now, because I'm obviously not doing 20, so it's obviously messing with my smithing dailies, so I might as well get Slayer all done and completed. But that also means I have now unlocked adding the gold accumulator to my tool belt, so now I just gotta add the seed aside, and I'll be all set. Oh sweet, so there you go, there's actually my last glove set. I was going to do automatons until I got these gloves, and let's pick these up before I fucking die, because I just know that's gonna happen. Come on, no, did I just get, okay, so I got a second pair back to back. Oh, back to back-ish. But yeah, there you go, so now I have the complete set, which means this task is now useless. Yeah, since these aren't really that great of a task, honestly, compared to, like, other tasks that I could be doing. Should I know what to do. But yeah, so that's automatons are all completed. I have Crestbot as well. So yeah, these are literally completely done. Alright, there we go. So now I've got my 300 tasks all completed. Friggin' aggression potion is gonna make this a pain in my ass, isn't it? Okay, I guess I'll just teleport out here. So that means I have 523 Slayer points, which means I'm gonna go ahead and add seed aside to my tool belt. And I'm pretty much all done with Slayer for now. Not until I go for 200 mil, because I just wanted to get the gold accumulator and the seed aside of my tool belt to make Gander Dormic Beast and, other situations a bit easier. I won't add herbicide on my tool belt until, like, I'm actually going for 200 mil, since that's just not really that, that useful. And oh my god, I'm gonna, oh boy, oh no, this is not good. Oh no, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to wait a little over a minute. So there's actually one interesting thing I'm doing lately, well, I'm actually doing from now on, is I'm actually not doing divine locations anymore. And in turn, I'm actually going to go ahead and reset my daily jacket traits. And also, I didn't know that you could use Helion Aura on jacket traits. I never saw the reset option in the Aura interface, so I never thought about it. But obviously, it's very nice to do. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do 3 jacket traits a day in place of extending my divine locations, and I'm also just flat out not going to do divine locations. Reason being for that is because originally I did divine locations for rocktails, and since those are obviously the best in slot food, obviously I wanted to get those somehow without having to legitimately do them. And now that sailfish is obviously the best fishing and cooking experience per hour, which is obviously very good for airmen, and also the fact that it's the best in slot, there's really no point of going out of my way and spending, sometimes 10 or 15 minutes to cap on rocktails. It's just not worth it, honestly. And like sailfish is pretty fast experience per hour, so I'm not really going to save myself that much time by doing the divine locations. And I'd much rather just not sometimes spend 10 or 15 minutes and get disconnected and just deal with all those issues constantly, just to get some rocktails that aren't that useful compared to sailfish. So I'd much rather just not deal with it and also reset my deck of trades and put it on agility all over again. Alright, so that means I am literally one fortunate component off. Let's see, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try and find something that I can just go ahead and disassemble. Pretty sure there's something. Yeah. I don't think that those will. Yeah, those won't, so I guess I'm probably gonna have to do the top hat. Really don't want to do it. I just got another one of those, but it's yeah, sorry, it's gotta go. I mean, I really just want to be done. There you go. So there you go. There's 50 fortune components. So that means I'm all done with the clue scrolls for the next couple of years until I go for full globetrotter. But yeah, so that's it's pretty nice to be all done there.
Why are you saying
Oh,
that?
hey, there we go. Sweet.
You did not. Congrats.
Yeah. All right. That didn't take too long. I think I was only here for like 2 hours, so that's not too bad. So yeah, obviously I just went for a dragon pickaxe, and the reason being is because I augmented my crystal pickaxe, and I kind of wanted to get another one on the tool belt, like another crystal pickaxe on the tool belt, simply because I kind of want to have one on there because of completion's sake, and also the fact that whenever I do random mining and shit, it kind of bothers me, not gonna lie, to have a rune pick on there. So I kind of wanted to have another crystal pickaxe on there, and also get the hand cannon from those. It wasn't too bad. I got some explosive components, quite a decent bit of them, which would be very helpful. I think it's crackling. But yeah, so it only took about 2 hours to do, and I'm going to go ahead and make this crystal pickaxe real quick. So I was kind of doing random thinking, and I totally forgot to mention that last night I actually did test out 4 hours of sailfish, like fully, because before I only ever tested out an hour of it, and I kind of just been basing all my stuff off of that. And so last night I actually did go test it out, and it's kind of weird because the entire time, whenever I'm looked up like XP rates and what people have gotten from like sailfish or whatnot, the math didn't add up properly, because like every time I sit there I'm like, alright, so I'm counting in for fishing out, I'm counting in for earns and earn enhancer, and I'm adding it all into the basic speed of what a sailfish gives, and it just didn't add up because people were saying like, oh, I'm getting like 300 sailfish an hour and like 140k per hour. I'm just like, that doesn't add up, because 300 sailfish times like I think like 560, it's a lot more than that. So I'm an idiot, and I totally forgot that like shark outfit and all that nonsense do give extra. I think shark outfit and fishing cape give extra fish. Honestly, Perfect Plus does as well, but they don't give extra experience for those extra fish, which is kind of why it all fucked it up for me, which is why I'm like, I really need to test this out. So after I went out and tested that out, actually let me just pull this up real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna have to AFK here for a quick second, but as you can see here, like cooking is pretty much going to be like almost 200 mil. I mean, that's 8 million off pretty much, which will be pretty easy to do because of shit like, like getting raw sharks from Rare Drop Table. And that's also counting for raw sharks from the granite lobster when I do fishing. Like I literally tested like that out as well. So I don't have to do swordfish now because of the extra cooking XP I need. But yeah, definitely should be able to get that 8 million. Worst case scenario, I just like cook the lobsters get from Slayer, but again, I don't think I need to do that because again, raw sharks from Red Drop Table, and then also because of spices from fucking ports. And also, I still do have a couple thousand I probably have about 1.5 million experience worth of cooking XP in my bank, just from like rocktails and cavefish. So I should be fine, honestly, because I did not consider those in there, just the sailfish and the sharks. So I discovered something a bit nuts. So these ashes are freaking like 40k. Oh, there you go, 40k each on Mainscape, which is a bit nuts because I'm getting like probably around 150 ashes an hour. I mean, I've gotten 63 in 26 minutes I've been here. So that's a bit nuts to me. I think about like just off of the ashes, this is 6 mil per hour. Well, see, that's why you don't PK people in the wilderness with this armor and the Hellfire bow. I'm glad I caught this one on tape because that's happened about 5 times now, and they've all pretty much gone that exact same way. So once my pack yak dies over here, and I'm just making urns because I already have a pack yak open, or summoned, I guess you can say. So once I'm done making these urns, I'm going to go back to doing Flash Powder Factory. I'm currently at, where is it at? Oh no, it's on my favorites. I'm currently at 468. I think I need like an initial like 1,500 points for the rest of my botanist outfit. So that should be a couple more hours. But I kind of want to go in and make all the potions that I have in here. It's kind of one of those things that I'm just kind of getting done. Might as well. I also need to make overloads for magic anyways and some super prayers and just all that fun stuff. And also I kind of want to make my searing ashes into potions, to my aggression potions, that is. And so tomorrow I'll finish off the other 2,500. It's about 2 hours. I mean 250. It's about 2 hours. So I'll just do like 2 or 3 hours tomorrow. Because if I go over 1,000, it's not a big deal. But yeah, I'm planning on at least my vampirism and penance aura there. And then I might just finish off with another hour since I'm already out there. Like I said, it's about 150 an hour. So I'm able to get like another like 400, which will put me at about 1150, which will be plenty of ashes for all my 2 normal combats to use with aggression potions.
Oh, that's the pet.
That's the pet?
Darn.
3 sharks?
You got the pet,
Oh wait, I just got the pet? It didn't say it. What the fuck? It didn't even say in the chat. Holy crap. No, it isn't like in the loot share. But last night I told myself that I was done doing lava strike worms. But then I also I kind of realized, I was thinking about this earlier today. And I'm actually very, very close to 1,000 kills. Like I'm like literally like less than an hour. Like let's see, lava strike worms. I have killed 887. And I can kill like 140 an hour. So like 113 more. Well, it'll take like 40 minutes to do. So I might as well go round that off to 1,000. Just why not? Because like obviously I kind of want to get more searing ashes. I don't really need more, but obviously more definitely does not hurt. And especially get me a nice head start on getting the weapons in the future. Well, not really, because that's just not way drop rates work, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and finish off here. I do currently have like 1,200 ashes, I want to say, so I'll probably be able to make like 1,400 aggression potions, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, which is obviously a lot, and that's pretty damn close to what I would need for all the aggression potions I would need for all of Tournament Combat. So I'm going to go ahead and say, like, yeah, that's going to be plenty enough, and that's also not considering the number I get from the factory outfit, where you get the chance to make 4 doses instead of 4 doses. Yeah, 4 doses instead of 3 doses. I totally forgot that was a thing, and I didn't factor that in there, which is obviously not a big deal. So yeah, I should honestly pretty much have enough for all combats. Alright, so I just finished off my 1,000 kills, and I got, okay, so I did have less than I expected, but still, so 1176, but I do have some made. I mean, that's I guess like 1,200 ashes total from 1,000, so that's not too bad at all. So yeah, I should be able to make like 1,400 at least potions from all of that. Oh my god. Lol Max. Oh shit. Alright, that's well, at least I feel like I actually kind of earned that one as opposed to the mining and summoning one. So I feel like I haven't touched on the subject in like 2 years. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and explain it because I know some people are probably wondering, and I have been asked it a few times since I've been back. So why did I take so long to get 99 Invention, or rate max pretty much? And there's it pretty much just comes down to two reasons. Number one, I just didn't see a reason to do so. I mean, I'm not a person who cares about, you know, being maxed apart from having all the daily challenges blocked off. That's really the only benefit I see to me and Invention. Well, there's no daily challenges to go along with it, and even that I just wouldn't do daily challenges. But yeah, so when it first came out, Invention was pretty useless, not gonna lie. Unless you're like a major PVMer, and the perks were pretty useful, but I wasn't doing any PVM. I was pretty sure I was finishing up Totem Thieving. I was definitely finishing up Totem Thieving at the time, and then I was going to do Totem Dungeoneering, and then I was going to do Combat, which is when I was going to train Invention. So I didn't really see a point to rushing out Max, which is kind of why I didn't really train it until, you know, I pretty much started doing some combat, such as PVM, and also I did a lot of it with fishing. Like 20 million or so fishing experience was done with Rodomatics and attuned crystal fishing rods, and I disassembled the Rodomatics and then siphoned the crystal fishing rods. And then also the second reason would pretty much just be because I was kind of disappointed by it. I was just kind of it's something that I was like pretty excited for. I thought it was going to be a pretty great addition to the game, and it is now, like after certain updates and everything. But when it first came out, it was just kind of like, I didn't really care for it. Because like one of the biggest things they teased about Invention was machines, and specifically like a flag spinning machine, and I thought it was pretty fucking awesome. And then it comes out and it's just like, oh yeah, no, you just break shit down, key components, and use these components to make like an augmenter, and you put the augmenter onto your weapon, and you make divine charges, and you go train up this this weapon to level 12 or level 10, and you siphon or disassemble it, and yeah, that's Invention for you. And I was like, oh, this is pretty stupid. But now that there's actually some useful stuff out there, of course, there's machines, and there just some pretty good perks that I've discovered since I've come back. I mean, I was only back for about a month and a half. And I didn't really look into perks because, again, I was doing thieving and dungeoneering, so I really didn't give a shit for anything since nothing was going to help him out. So I really didn't look too much into it. But obviously now that there's stuff like honed and whatnot that I can definitely use that are definitely useful for mining, woodcutting, and fishing. And obviously some good PVM perks that they've also released after Invention came out as well that kind of made me encouraged to train it. Again, I'm not really training it, it's just kind of from, again, fishing and bossing, most specifically Hellwaiter. I've been doing a lot of that, and that's pretty much where I got level like 96 and 99 from, and I went to level 100 tonight off of that. But yeah, it pretty much just comes down to those two reasons. Number one, I just didn't feel like it, and number two, it just didn't see a reason to. Okay, also, I realized I haven't stated the reason why I haven't started going for Tournament Magic yet, and the reason being is fairly simple. It's just I'm waiting for Castle Wars to be off of Spotlight, because I'm obviously going to do Castle Wars on Spotlight, which will be happening on April 2nd, I believe. So I will also go for Tournament Magic on April 5th, or whatever it ends. And the reason being is just because I just don't want to, like, you know, just start getting used to doing Magic, like get in the habit of it and all that nonsense, just to take a 3-day break off. I mean, a Castle War Spotlight will happen before I finish off Tournament after this one, so I will be dealing with that. But I don't mind dealing with it after I'm like mostly into it, because that should be like 150 million, which isn't a big deal. I mean, I'd be encouraged to, like, you know, finish off Tournament, of course. I just don't want to do like a week and be like, alright, time to AFK for 3 days, and come back to it and be like, I don't want to go back to doing Magic, ugh. And also, I also have some mini goals I want to get done as well, which I'm mostly done with for now. I'll try and finish off the abilities sometime before the end of the month. I want to get that done, especially before the Castle Wars Spotlight is on, just get these mini goals done. And also, I did mention as well why I'm doing a lot of Hellweeder, and then obviously in the future, Vindicta and Twin Furies. Reason being is actually I'm going for two main things from them. And that is number one, coal, and then number two, the tier 80 armors. Now, originally I wasn't going to go for the tier 80 armors because I just didn't see a point in them. But come to think of it, I do a decent bit of PVM, and tier 80 would be very useful because obviously I don't have any better gear than tier 70 for ranged mage, and then obviously melee is malevolent, and I just don't feel like camping out freaking Ryzen 6 whenever I need more malevolent, because that just takes too long and it's too much of a hassle. And if I could just have tier 80 non-degradable armor, that'd be fantastic, because I did the math for how much Malevolent I would need for Tournament Slayer, because I'll be using Malevolent at Eretz and Calgarian Demons, and I forgot the other task I was going to use them at, but I did the math for it, and I had to do like 20 hours or something of Rots. I'm like, I don't want to do that, I'm not going to lie. I kind of need it at Calgarian Demons and Rots, but I just don't really feel like doing that much Rots. So yeah, then obviously tier 80 mage and range would be kind of useful with Slayer, and obviously I'll get tutor magic. I mean, not tutor magic. Get full magic before I get tutor magic. So I guess it'll help there. It's just not a top priority right now. Like when I start going for tutor magic, I'll just do like 2 hours of Hellweir a day. Like I'll probably just do a vampirism when I first get on, and then do another vampirism or when I go to bed or something. I'm just kind of slowly get it. Like I said, I'm not too much in a rush to get it, but for now I'm kind of camping Hellweir for like half the time I'm playing, just to kind of hope to get a full set. But yeah, that's pretty much the reason why I'm going for tournament magic, or not going for tournament magic yet. All right, so there I got the last ability here. Yeah, Salt in the Wound, and also that unlocks the mutated dazing shot, which is pretty nice because that pretty much just fully replaces the other one. And flat out gives extra damage. I'm not too sure how much more, but I definitely know it deals more damage. I think, or maybe it just does the accuracy, because I'm pretty sure regular dazing shot gives 157%. But still pretty nice to have. So I'm probably not going to return here for a while. I mean, I think, okay, maybe well, I guess I can get the tier 2 pet, because I feel like that's going to be my first goal, because I don't care for the Slayer mask, honestly. Like, I kind of thought about getting them all, but come to think of it, like, looking at all these, like, just getting them, I'm like, that's a lot of anima I don't really care for. I'm never going to use them. I don't see a point. They're not, that prestigious in my opinion, so I'm not going to worry about them. But the pet I definitely will like all that. Alright, even though it's not actually the end of the month yet, it is still March 31st. I don't exactly plan on playing that much aside from dailies tonight, and pretty much after this anyways. So I figured I might as well get this done and out of the way. So let's see here. So this is what my end. This is kind of the new way I want to do things, because Crystal Math Labs, I like it, but it doesn't work as great as the Rune Tracker did when it showed, your current XP and all that, and just kind of different way layout of it. And then also Rune Tracker is kind of working again, but I don't know, they're down for a month, and I'm just kind of like, I don't want to deal with it. And I kind of lost my dungeoneering record, which is very important to me, and Crystal Math Labs has it, so I'm pretty much just committed to Crystal Math Labs. And plus, I kind of like this. I mean, it's different. Also, I can put in my projections in here just fine. But yeah, anyways, so as you can see here, this is what I ended in February, and this is what I'm currently at. So that 8.7 million attack, and also I put in, so this is like my personal XP rates, which is kind of nice because Crystal Math Labs has their own EHP, their efficient hours played, but obviously mine's a bit different because I'm doing things differently. So it kind of shows it here. Some things will be messed up, like attack, for example. It says I played, a 20th of an hour. That's because I'm planning on getting all of my attack XP from Slayer, but I won't be training strength until I get to normal attack, so it's kind of just all messed up, but it's fine for me. But anyways, so I gained 8.7 million attack XP. That is honestly just probably a lot of it from Hellweir. I think I have like 600, 500 kills, something like that from now. So quite a decent bit of that is from that, and then also just random PVM. I'm not too sure what other PVM activity I've done besides really Hellweir. I guess I did some Corp Reapers, but stuff like that. Defense and strength, that's just me being an idiot and leaving uncontrolled after I left my jacket trays on. That's, well, quite literally all that's from, because sometimes I'll do like half hour into Hellweir and I'm like, oh shit. The Constitution is pretty obvious. Range, that's pretty much, I'd probably say about 7 million of that is from Dungeoneering when I finished off 200 mil. The rest of it is from Shattered Worlds. And again, random PVM, didn't really do much of the range there. Prayer, that's probably just from, it's from Bone Crusher, and I also did finish off my Soul Obbies, so that's also where the rune crafting came from as well. I didn't do any rune crafting besides a Wicked Hood every day, so it's all that rune crafting is definitely from Soul Obelisk magic. I did do a decent bit of Gamma Dormant Beast, did a few hours there to get the Shukanami, the Ushupiti, whatever you want to call it. Thing, so I can have Gandric Beast in my personal Slayer dungeon, which will make tutor magic a lot easier. So I did do some magic there. And then cooking, I did cook a lot of the fish I had, most specifically the sailfish, and wood cutting, that's just from dungeoneering. Not really too sure how it got that much, but it adds up. And fletching, whenever I'm AFKing for like a few minutes, if I'm brushing my teeth or just doing something real quick, I usually just fletch arrow shafts. And also I did do a decent bit of Hellas arrows as well from Soul Obelisks. So whenever I'm waiting for one to get called out, I'll just fletch Hellas arrows. And then fishing, it's pretty self-explanatory because, the deep sea fishing came out, and I did a lot of deep sea fishing for the sailfish since I kind of want to get some of those fire making. That's just all from Book of Char and Circus and all that nonsense crafting. I did make a decent bit of crystal flasks and whatnot. Not really too sure how I got that much more, but it's I did do some harps. Actually, I did do Night of Harps, Team Viewing Harps. Like, that's probably where that's from. Smithing, I do smithing dailies now, and also I AFKing LRC whenever I need AFK for at least an hour or two, because I'm kind of a bit worried about the mining smithing work, so that's kind of my AFK cable whenever I need AFK for long periods of time. If I run low on sailfish, I'll go back to fishing, but I think it'll be fine because I have plenty of K-fish and shark and whatnot. Herb lore, I did make some, aggression potions and some other potions as well. Not done making aggression potions yet, and that will be up a lot more in April, because I'm making overloads for magic. Agility, that's just Jacket trades and troll invasion and penguins and all that shit against my lamp skill. Slayer, I did a lot of Slayer, about 20 tasks of Slayer to get myself 300 tasks to get the seed aside and freaking gold accumulator on my tool belt. Farming herb runs, I really didn't do jack for shit farming this month because I didn't have much tree seeds. Next month, that'll obviously be very, very much different. Rune crafting again, Soul Loppies and Wicked Hood. Hunter, it's quite a decent bit of Hunter. Yeah, I didn't really do that much Hunter, but I guess that's just from whatever. Construction, I guess that's just a bit from harps and god statues. Summoning, just made some pack pouches when I needed them. Dungeoneering, obviously that was my latest 200 mil, so it's kind of obvious that's pretty high up there. Invention, a lot of it's from fishing and combat, just siphoning whenever I'm available to do it. And then also, again, the new thing here is future projections, or like next month projections, what I expect to be at the end of the month. 50 million, that's about 10 million XP, because again, I do plan on camping Hellweird to finish off that magic set, and I might continue on the Twin Furies and Vindicta later on, but probably not. But that's probably a bit high, but I'm just kind of putting that there because if I do end up doing an hour or two of Hellweird a day, that's pretty reasonable. Defense should stay the same, strength should stay the same. Obviously it's going to go up a bit because, again, I'm an idiot. Constitution, that's pretty self-explanatory just from going from normal magic. Range, that should roughly stay the same. I put in 112 because of things like raids and Reaper and all that, so I wouldn't gain too much, but, it's still there. Prayer, I will be gaining decent bit from Bone Crusher, Magic, again, going for normal magic. So that's roughly a couple hours a day, like 7, I think I put it in there for 7 hours a day. Should be 125. I might hit 150, 160. Definitely won't get 200 mil. I'm not playing that much. I won't let myself play that much to get 200 mil in a month. Cooking, I will be cooking a bit more food. I have a couple thousand more fish I want to cook up. Whenever. I'm not in a rush to do it. Wood cutting should stay the same. Fletching, again, I just AFK. Arrow shafts whenever I AFK, or need AFK for a few minutes, so this should go up another 500,000 or so. Fishing, I don't know, I just put a couple hours that are worth it just in case. I rounded it up to 54. Farm making, obviously Book of Char, weekly circus and all of them should bring it up to 49-ish. And crafting, I'm not too sure. That might be higher at the end of the month if I, decide to start team viewing some harps. But right now I'm not motivated to do them. Maybe in the future, hopefully in the future, because obviously I want to get 200 mil from team viewing harps. But just right now, I'm just not in the mood. Smithing, all from smithing dailies, and I also put, I think, an hour or two of LRC a day. I think I just did an hour because I don't do it every day. I just do it every now, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. I do about 2 or 3 hours worth. Mining, same thing. Herb lore, make some more loads for magic and whatnot, and then agility again, jack of trades and all that lovely nonsense to even stay the same. Slayer shouldn't do any Slayer. I guess Soul Reaper, but it's not gonna make that much of a difference. Farming, I should be able to hit 70 million. I was a bit short. I calculated a bit short, but hopefully I can hit 70 million because again I'm starting doing farm runs, like full farm runs, like tree runs and everything every day. So I should be pretty decent there. Rune crafting should stay the same, hunter stay the same, construction stay the same. Well, actually, I did factor in for god statues though. Oop. And summoning should stay the same. I guess I might make another 1,000 pack yaks or so, but I can't. It's not going to go up much at all. Invention, I kind of just factored that off of Ephemeral Magic, and also I think I did like a total of 10 siphons. Let's see. Yeah, like 10 siphons, like 6.121 million. So yeah, and also I do, use augmented crystal hammers when I do my smithing daily, so that does add a bit to there as well. So I should hit 120 invention possibly in April. It'd be nice, but I'm not going to count on it. But it definitely would be nice. But yeah, like I said, the plans for April is just pretty much start off the month doing castles on Spotlight, and then just start doing gathering beasts all the way through. Don't really have any other goals at the moment. The BTS for April doesn't sound like anything too crazy I will end up doing to change anything. So yeah, it should be a pretty straightforward month, but I know I always think that in the back of my head, even though it never turns out that way. But yeah, so let's see how accurate these projections